Alright, now I should have audio. It's probably a little bit too quiet compared to the sound, so we move this down to there. How does that work? Also, I'm realistic to myself. Okay. Is it too low, like compared to my voice right now? Music, audio, good. Music can go up a little bit. All right, let's do that. Let's go up to there. How's that? Okay, cool. All right. It works good. All right. There's one last thing I want to get set up actually. Get the chat thing, which I'm going to install that real quick before I start doing streaming here. Let's see. There we go. Installing Restream chat. Hey, how's it going, Necron? How's it going, JK and Sujin? Therid. Well, I got a new computer like 3 weeks ago. So I had to reinstall everything, and I just installed OBS like 15 minutes ago. Alright, so now I have Restream. I connect my Twitch. Congratulations. Authorized for chat access. Alright, let me connect my YouTube. That didn't quite work. Try this again. This way I can talk to both YouTube and Twitch at the same time. So, Athol Noctis is asking, during long transitions between areas, could you program a minigame in for us to play? Something like perhaps jousting. I mean, I can't say that I'm going to, but there's definitely won't be much stopping somebody from making, you know, UI mods that essentially are like HTML games that you can just like run in your UI, which would be fun. There we go, Restream worked. Okay, now I see chat. Good. Excellent. One more thing, I'm gonna get the overlay set up here. And last thing, I'm gonna set up this chat preview, and it's going to be under A. Does this not show up? It's not in here by default, huh? Oh, there it is. Chat. I don't want that. Okay. Let's change the size of that. Let's go with a width of 400. Okay. Put that over here. Alright, now if you say messages, it should show up. Yeah, there it is. Probably just do this because of notifications. Okay, good to go. Oh, that's good to hear, Third. Yeah, I took a look at that a little bit. Alright, so what am I working on right now? Well, what I had been working on, I just put up some changes to warbands. So I just want to make sure that that works once Jenkins had built it, and Jenkins did build it a few minutes ago. Yep. So I'm going to go test that real quick in the game client to see if I can join a warband, and if somebody's in IT and wants to come log in real quick and help, that'd be cool as a Viking. Oh, it's on top of this thing. All right. Okay. right now I don't have any skills, so that's not good. Let's see if the API server was not restarted properly. Oh yeah, it can't find skill stuff, so I'm gonna restart that real quick. Yeah, sometimes it doesn't restart when it's supposed to when our builds finish, which is something I want to fix later, but once it's back up and started, I should be able to actually have skill buttons down here, and my stuff should work. But let me make it light. I hope you're joking on that one there, Ozen. Yeah, this chat thing is a little bit annoying in that the messages, when there's a new message, it like says like new message down here if I don't have it like selected, and it covers half of the message. Yeah, it's like 2-person for the entire studio, not counting just people in this office, but like all over the world. Okay, so API server is all started up, and let me reload my UI here because our skills don't automatically reload. But you notice my health started showing up because the group stuff does reconnect, and hatchery is offline. Perfect. Yeah, so I think build just got completed and hatchery restarted. That's the joys of actively developing with a bunch of people. So this is good. When hatchery is back up, I'll be able to actually test that again. Hey, how's it going, Dark Society Network? Yeah. It's always fun. Alright, but it should be up pretty quickly. Look real quick. Hatchery D. Yep. Restart that guy. Alright. Alright, it'll be back in very shortly.
Oh yeah, that's kind of why I was like, if we don't have that, is that a thing we want to have?
Source components.
Thing that we want to have, then
Right, so what I'll be doing after I make sure the warband stuff is kind of good as it is right now, is I'll be starting on making sure the battle group stuff works, which we've had the UI for that AJ made a while ago, but we've had a lot of changes in the back end, so I'm just making sure that it all works, and any kind of fixes that need to happen for it to work.
as the conversation went,
Hatchery, come online.
how does the progression server tell any other server, yo dog, the king has some messages?
So
messages there. I said, haven't written that yet. Two ideas that I have are do the same thing that JD set up for the some other databasey notifications like this. I believe you through the TCP message.
Right.
Send that over to you like, hey, the shard that you're watching and you're listening to, it's been updated. The API server doesn't do that, and it goes for you. Okay, let me
Alright, it's up.
description of the site. And then a client, where you're sitting over there, you go, okay, I'm playing this game, and as part of that, my client has said,
Alright, sorry, I had to discuss something, so sorry I was muted for a sec. Yeah, so I'm in the game now. Oh, look, there's a person. Hey Donnie, are you here? Let's see. Alright, yo. Let's see, Donnie, let me invite you. Do you get the invite? Did it send it? Why are you being stupid?
It would be trivial to send a TCP message. That part's easy. Just
Warband invite sent successfully. So I assume you probably have it, Donnie.
I believe
Accept it.
I need to sit down and talk
Did
to
you
JD
accept
a
it?
little bit more about the subscription side of this, but I think that's the way that we want to go. Is that we can have those sitting around and notify in that sort of way, as opposed to saying like somehow the progression app has to be able to communicate with the game server that still has to go look at everyone who logged in and send messages.
Right. There's two parts of that. One is the way we want to go, and the way we have time to go.
Yeah, well, and I was
Well, that one failed.
playing around and doing the subscription stuff now. That's how we set up all the security.
It shows you in the warband, but I'm not seeing it. Let me see if that. Right. So that is a problem, but it shows me in it. It shows my other character in it. Right. So Donnie, can you quit and then invite me?
So that gives us a way for us to communicate from the subscription app either to the game server or the API server or whatever the other end of that tail is, right? But that's the part that you really care about today, right? Is how does the subscription app talk out?
Yeah,
Just right click on your health bar to quit.
My other concern just in terms of
Like that. Boop.
let's put together
Oh, he just left the game.
you, JD, Ash, and me, and go, is doing this by quick.
Well, he left the game and he's back. Like I see his health is back.
Yeah, the part that
Restarting doesn't quit.
Well, and that was why I said
Right click.
To my mind, and in thereafter, you guys are welcome to this. Getting better at sorting is way more important.
So like you see here, right click and then quit warband. Yeah, there you go. Alright. Now send me an invite by right clicking on my health bar.
Like we're putting in a progression system. Progression is progression.
So if you target me and then right click and say invite. Internal testers cannot stream right now. Oh look, there we go, I got an invite. Which, by the way, this is a very unstyled invite. We have one of the mod squatters styling it up. Here they go. I'm in Donnie's warband now. Alright. Let's see how some health works and stuff. Hurt. Hurt.
Yeah, but there's also different engineers building
Hurt. Hurt. So Donnie should see my health updating up here in his warband UI as well as mine, and then Donnie, if you heal me, it should update in both. Or I can heal myself, I think. By standing in here, there we go. Merge warbands option. Yeah, that's a good option. I will put that on my list of things that I want to add. You know, that'll only work if you have enough slots, of course. So if one party has 4 and the other has 4, it'll work. But you know, if one has 6 and the other has 4, that won't work. So, but I think that's a good idea. So doesn't matter what range. So like I can go super far away. Here, Donnie, you're the leader. You can invite JK if since he's here if you want, and I'm gonna go run far away. You should be able to hurt yourself, I think, Donnie and JK, by typing /hurt. Or I can start a scenario if they work. So we have some NPCs to fight. Let's do that maybe. There we go. Refresh. Yeah, well, we see you in game way before you actually get through the loading screen. It's really like loading all the terrain that takes that time, mostly. Does voice point capture work? Yeah, I'm zoomed all the way out. There are some Arthurians in here, so I can go try to find them. Oh, server restarted. Or did I just get DC'd? Yeah, I think the server is offline right now. Let me look. It's doing a bunch of stuff. So it's online. It should let me in. Right, so there we go. There's a scenario has started. Alright, and it looks like I'm in a party with just Donnie. Move my health bar over here. I want to make that UI movement thing better later. But so I'm in a health party with Donnie. You trying to invite JK there, Donnie? And let's go get in a fight and see these health bars work from a distance. Right now for LOS, no, but we do have range on if you actually target someone right now. That's merely for debugging. So if I click someone to target them, I can see how many meters away they are. So like Donnie's 200 meters away from me right now. JK, you getting an invite, man? See, Donnie's not getting attacked, so we're not going to see his health update. But he should see my health update when I get in a fight over here. Ah, JK's client is having issues. But I see Donnie using stamina, because he's probably jumping around, because it's Donnie. Of course it's programming. Alright. Right now, this is the testing part of programming. Yep. Alright. Generally, like, yes, you want to report those things. Alright, Donnie, can you go get in a fight? And then you'll be far away. I'll see your health update. Just make sure this all works. I think we're pretty good. I just gotta make sure the invites stay working. Yeah, I see Donnie's health getting updated. He's getting beat up. He's so far away, but I can't heal him. Yeah, testing the grip UI here, the warbands. Well, he's not dead yet. He just healed himself because he is a healer. Am I getting closer to him? 260 meters away. 261. I think he went that way. We go to travel stance. Catch up to him. There. He's probably right over here. Yep, there he is. I see him. He's got the little blue targeted marker above his head. And now I should be able to heal him from here, maybe. If I can hit that far. Yep. Got him a renewal. There we go. The distance thing, it's just a debug thing for now. It's just for helping us while we develop the game. But you get really far range on your spells. I'm not seeing is Donnie using any blood, but I'm also not using any blood. So maybe that's just an ability thing right now. Because my blood's not going down at all. I can't answer that. Law? I don't know. Alright, so I think that works. Let me quit again. Quit. Why are you being buggy? That's not good. I think it's just not getting any input at all. Yeah, my client's not getting any, none of my UI is getting input. Click out and back in. I did not cast those abilities. Is my UI just frozen? Could be. Hey Donnie, you having any UI issues? My UI is looking frozen right now. Open this up in the debugger. Yeah, nothing's showing up. I think I'm gonna look at what performance issues we have, and that's one of the concerns with this, Neil. We're getting a ton of updates, and it might be slowing down the performance of the UI. Like, we're getting kind of frozen right now, so. So I'm looking at what this does right now. So the stamina masking is like going a crazy amount. Let me look at some other things here. Right, so I'll pull over DevTools so y'all can see what is going on here. Doing a quick profile of the CPU on the UI. We'll stop that. Alright, let's see. Alright, so timing wise, it's not like taking a lot of time for a lot of things. Why is it being slow? We're still getting updates. Yeah, I'm still getting updates instantly and the logging. Let me see. Profiling. Let's move around, do some things. Yeah, like the rendering is pretty quick, but it's just like the input handling is just dead. Cause like get hurt here. Yeah, it's just not even going through. Stop that profile. Things seem fine. What does my network stuff say? Which network stuff, Mark? I see. I'm getting updates. Let's see if I. So I killed Donnie, right? And my UI updates right away, and it's updating again. It was just got really slow for a while, but like now my right-click context menu is not working. It's like super slow for some reason. Oh, my network tab in our HUD. Yeah. Seems fine. But like, yeah. So this is weird. Like, opening edit mode right now is just taking forever. So I gotta figure out why that's doing that. Moving all this around is super laggy. Why? Yeah, no, it's definitely UI lag. Although, like, you can see the UI is updating relatively quickly right now. But, it's just getting really laggy for certain interactions. So, like, opening this up takes forever. Thanks, Claudia. I'm gonna click open this guy. Wait for it to open. Close it. And then see what that does. Yeah, look at this. That is some lag right there. Okay. Yeah, it's only open to IT right now. You can see on the patcher. Yeah, right here. Accessible to IT. But yeah, see this big giant chunk here? This is one frame that took like this long. This is like 5 seconds. But like the weird thing is, right? So like a lot of these frames also, like, they're going perfectly fine. And like this get scroll height, right? Like that should be pretty quick. And what is this on? Yeah, this is just like React internals. Oh. It's lag because it's my fault. I get it. I see how it is. Alright. What component is this? I wonder if it's just using way too much emotion stuff again. Yeah, look at this. Look at this. That's the problem. Look at this. Look at this number keep going up. Show all nodes. 19,000. So we're using a CSS and JS library called Emotion. And it allows you to take in like JavaScript values in order to create a class. And every time it creates a new class, it adds it to the head. And if you have like runaway classes, it'll blow up your HTML and it becomes super slow. So now I gotta find out where that is. Yeah, opening this was a bad idea. But yeah, I just need to find out what CSS this is that's exploding, and then I can get rid of that. It's like freezing the debugger up. I just want to read what's inside you. Open. Well, it's trying to open. It's loading it slowly. Okay, so this is actually pretty small. So what you see here, right? So position's absolute left, bottom is 6.6, blah 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 0.5x. So the reason here is we have something that's creating this floating point error, and every time it gets recreated, it's got new floating point error, so it's probably creating a new one. So what is this? I will just search for that in the code. Right, so like, let's do a search for, I guess, left 8.25 pixels. Is that like gonna be in here? No. I mean, the background is 4.4. It's probably a tooltip. Well, it's absolute positioned. Left bottom with 28.05. 28.05 pixels. Is there anything that says that? Probably not. Well, who's got a background of 44000? There we go. Hey, look, health bar stuff. All right. This one right here, this blood bowl is probably what it is. Let me double check though. So this is position absolute. It's got left, bottom, width, height, border radius, and background. Yep, this is definitely it. Yep. Right, so essentially the scale is a floating point number, and we don't want this to be doing this. What's that?
There's a component like the blood ball.
Yeah.
There's a separate component that doesn't do that with the class.
Okay.
I just didn't add it to the mini, but it's on the back.
Oh, okay.
I just didn't update that.
Okay. I will look. AJ says that he fixed this in another component, just not on the mini version. He fixed it on the compact version, so I'm opening up the health bar compact. Well, there's a bloodball.tsx, and I think that's what we need to use instead. So the compact one is using blood ball, and it uses it here. So I'll just do the same thing. Yeah, the thing is it doesn't have the scale, I think.
If you are not bilingual, get the fuck up out of town before we run your ass down. Underground, how I came out, any nigga try to stop me like
Alright. This doesn't support scale, so I gotta do that.
Yeah.
What?
I literally only made it for like compact.
Yeah. Alright. But the scale is resizing the left bottom width height. So what I'll probably do is actually just do a style element on this. So I'm not take scale number. So we'll initialize scale there. That's going to go up there because of linting. And so here, style. Scale times 30 pixels.
Rob.
What's the question again? If we remove one of
Oh, but these are different numbers in all of them. Yeah, no, this is. Oh, yeah. There we go. Thanks. Alright. So those numbers are different, though, what it scales off of for the mini. So I have to just make a new one anyway. $25, $20, $85, $85. Anyway, I'll just like have to make it over again. Yeah, pair program with the internet, right? That's how it works. So left bottom is this dot state dot scale times 30 plus the pixels. What loud engine? Do you hear like a loud thing? I don't hear any. Alright, so we'll get rid of that. And then this will work for that one. But technically this component won't work for our mini because the mini needs different numbers to scale off of. So I'm just going to do that here. Just to make sure that it works. Also, that doesn't mean that's not supposed to be styled, but style. Alright, do that here. And the numbers are 25, 20, 85, 85. 85, and it's just scale. And then we'll remove this. And we'll just leave that. It's a circle, it doesn't matter. You know, all these other ones are probably also causing it to lag. But what I can do here, though, is this. Just like wrap this whole thing and do .toFix. Nope, not that whole thing. Need to wrap just the response. just the result here. And say about 2 fixed. And we'll go 1. Just 1 digit, and that'll reduce the numbers by a lot. Hey, how's it going, Hernando? Alright. This should make this not be slow. Okay, let's build that guy over here. Where's this streaming thing? There, I'll pop up my commander window and start build or lint, just so it's faster. This is getting very elaborate with the markbotness. Right, but so this problem was also a problem we had on the full-sized ones. But I'm gonna build this locally, and then yeah, so that's built. So I'm gonna reload here. Okay, I'm here. But where is my group? I thought I was in a group with Donnie. Yeah, I need to fix that. Sometimes, like, initial client startup, there's some timing issue that you don't get in the group right away, so I gotta find that, track that down too. And perfect hatchery restart. Or crash or something. Just when I'm about to test again. Seems to be running. But I got disconnected. I'll turn that off here. I see, this time I got in the group right away. And it's just a weird thing that happens sometimes on startup. I might need to just like delay. There's a Ben. Oh, I can't invite Ben because I'm not the party leader. Donnie's the party leader. Hey Donnie, can you invite Ben? See if Ben got an invite. There he is. There he goes. Alright. Okay. Just by the way, Ben, there's a UI issue where your UI is gonna like freeze up and stop working after a little while because of the same thing we had with the health bars before. It wasn't fixed on the small health bars, so I just fixed it now. But just heads up. But I'm gonna go test, make sure that works by Donnie. And do you mind getting into combat again? See, the problem was is like anytime like these things would update, it would just like create new elements. So you just need to get these health bars updating by us getting into combat. Alright, let's go get in combat. There's some more Vikings, that's Vikings. And this is ours. Where's some Arthurian dudes? There's one. The placement of the default health bars are really bad right now. Gotta work on that. It's funny that all three of us in our party are healers. You can come join the party if you want. Hey, hit me, dudes. Hit me, dudes. Why are you focusing on that guy right there that you can't hit? Oh, these guys are coming to hit me. You can see Ben's health and stamina, everything's updating. The flashiness of the stamina bar is gone. And I got a warning. And Ben logged out, or DC'd. Looks like. And he's back. Come on, bot minions. Donnie's just not taking any damage at all. throw it running away. Yeah, the small amounts of healing actually are more taxing on the interfaces here, because they update more often that way, like health regen and stuff. So having like a renewal and stuff will make that bug show up more. I think we're good. Like the UI is still responding. Can you get into more combat again? Make sure it stays responding. If only we can invite these bots into the party. Be like, yo bots, get in the party so I can see your health. Well, NPCs technically. Oh, I did a bad job of saving that guy. I'm being attacked by Cyclodia. I heal myself. Nope. Right. But everything seems to be responding well, so that's the important thing. And I can submit this up. Build this again with deploy command, which will build it and then copy it to our repository for the actual game stuff. Looks like there's some updates, but it takes a little bit longer to build this way because it does lint. Quit though, that works. So I should have the other health bar compact. Yeah, the compact one looks fixed, like it's not going to Right, so this stuff right here needs to be wrapped. Oops. For floating point errors, we need to care about scale to the 10th. Just in case these have floating point error, we'll do that. Same with this. 100% definitely do that. Does look good. Alright, those look good. Chat is so quiet right now.
It's the opposite of quiet. Right back. Grab me a drink.
Floating point errors that cost tens of thousands of HTML elements to be added are amazing.
Good.
Yep.
Call it stress testing.
Stress testing HTML.
Stress testing for your own HTML.
Yeah.
Alright. Once this is up and deployed, I'm going to start working on a new feature for this, for warbands right now. Just making sure that the kick feature works, so you can kick somebody out. Let that build. And I'll submit this stuff. It's almost done. Almost there. Build completed successfully. Alright. Alright, there's changes there. Make sure we have latest.
He wants to keep. That we can't lose.
He wants to keep. Go ahead.
I'll close that. Alright, great. Let's start. So that's the correct.
Similar to this. So we could edit this one just talk about it.
Well, no, we need to take out so that we can go in, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Type that wrong. On Squad Master, Git push JB Master, because I use 3 repos for this. Okay. So that is being pushed up to the Jenkins. And delete my testing version out of my local overrides directory. And then Jenkins will be building my stuff. I'll put it over here so you can see. I'm not going to wait the whole time because it takes a while. It says about 18 minutes. And I'll build my code. Alright, so while it's doing that, I can work on the kick. First things first, I think I have the...
We're good. I swapped one, two. I put that back in, took something else out.
I think I have the controller already written, so it should be in the generated code here. So I'm going to open up my context menu actions under services actions context menu. Just made some helper functions here to generate the context menus. And so on friendly targets, if they're in your warband, this is the checks here. So if I have an active warband and if the entity ID is in my warband, Oh, not in a warband. So I need to actually do entity IE is in my warband. Then say kick. Now this should also check if you're the leader of the warband. It doesn't know it yet, but I'll just display it for everybody right now. So invite to warband by name. That's another function I made in the warband actions. So invite to warband. We're gonna do very similarly. We're gonna copy the quit function and just do kick from warband. And we're going to do a character ID with string and warband ID string. So on our groups API, we should have a kick function. Yep. Kick function takes config, login token, shard ID, character ID, target character ID. So I should probably just rename that to target ID. And then it also takes, oops, the last one is the group ID, which we take in here. We'll just do that right here. If it's success, kicked, failed to kick, believe my Twitch chat client is disconnected. That could be true. Is what if I'm getting no chat. Yeah, definitely my Twitch client has disconnected. Thanks, Restream. Sorry if I wasn't seeing chat for a while. JK just let me know. Test. Let's see. Do you see my message there? I see the message. And I see chat. That's just weird. Sorry, I missed chat for a few minutes there.
By the way, Tyler, if people are staying here late, let's make sure we get food.
Oh no! That's gonna make my dad food. Can you get that started?
All right. Okay. Kick is there, and that's on just friendly targets. But right now, this is basically going to be any friendly targets in the warband, and doesn't care if you're the leader, but we'll worry about that later. So this first version, let me build that up. Oh, where are we doing that? Yarn start build. Right. Battery. And I'm gonna double check the kick code and just make sure it's fully enabled, just to see here on the server. Groups controller. Disband, abandoned, quit. Where's Kick? What's up? Oh, server patcher? Should be fine for now. I mean, it takes what, 20 minutes or so? Yeah, should be fine for now. Member management, that's where it is, I think. Nope, that's not where it is. Where is the kick function? Group controller admin actions. Alright, so it looks like, let's see. If you're in a warband or a battle group, well, if you're trying to kick from a warband and battle group, we tell the group's client to do the kick and return the result. What this doesn't do is do any kind of notification to SignalR. So that part's not going to be hooked up, but I can do that. So similarly to how you have these member actions, right? So like so essentially we want to do this. So results is that what? Not meaning to hit that key. Alright, so if result dot okay. Return result. So if it's okay that we kicked, then we need to say group hub context member removed. So from a group ID, the results dot we need to find out who the person that got kicked was the target ID. Alright, so that should tell everyone who's in the group that a person was removed, and it should just go away. Yeah, OBS is great. Yeah, campaigns can be any size, larger or smaller than like an order. I mean, technically you can have an order that's smaller than a warband if you only have like 5 people in your order. No, a campaign is not like a grouping of orders. There's some talk about it at on the beta 1 document on the website. Let's see, I'll get the link real quick here. So on this guy. Alright, so anyways, this kick, I'd need to run this for this to work. So let me get the server going. Make sure that I'm not talking to a local group server. Use local group server is false. Good. Yeah, I think it's on. It should be on there under the social stuff. Let me see what section it is real quick while this is building. Yeah. Red's got a quote there. Section XV. It's page 44. Maybe just type 44 in the box on the bottom of the page there. It'll go directly to it. Yeah, the bottom counter doesn't switch till the next page until it's the top of the page is relatively high up. Alright, so hatchery is up. Run local characters. This one and this one. I'm alive. What's up, Omar? All right. I see the chat. Do you not see me responding? I'm not responding under City State Games though. I missed your question, Omar, because I was doing other things. What's up? Did you say your sound is low? Yeah, Omar's over on YouTube side. Yeah, I'm running 2 instances of the client. See? Beep. I'm also running, you know, our API server locally here. Alright, so, and these are both talking to my local API server that has the kick functionality. So let me invite to warband myself. And join. There we go. Hello. So I should be able to select this other person and say kick. Kick. What did it say? Failed to send warband invite. Hang on a sec. Yep. I did not change that function. Kick from warband. Kick from warband. And I want to do ID. No, I want to do name. And does it take? No, it takes a target ID, which is character ID. This needs to also take character ID or character name. Character ID. Character ID, obviously. So the kick function I think just works on character IDs, but I could make it work off name. Character ID is not always noun. It's probably not a good thing to go off of for a lot of these things. So if I do a target name instead, or an entity ID. Actually getting really warm in here today. So invites I did IDs and names. I guess I could do the same thing because they technically don't need a group ID if you want to just use your active. So you switch this up. I can probably actually do also an entity ID. ID. Target entity ID goes null. I'll make this target character ID. Right, so all of that will be here, but not defaulted or optional. I should probably just hide this console window here again. Okay. All right. So, I'm gonna make this function accept either, well, you can skip the group ID if you don't need it, you don't want it, so that it'll assume your current active warband or battle group. Technically, since this is not specific to a warband or a battle group, yeah, based on the group ID, I guess you just assume a warband. Yeah, maybe I should just not make that optional. It's too many unknowns. All right, so optional entity ID, optional character ID, and or optional name.
Channel copy? No. Not yet? No. I'm not going to do it right now.
Yes, you will be in a warband and a battle group at the same time if you are in a battle group.
Scott lost connection to his Google Sheet.
So you're going to have to specify.
Errors in the editor at the time.
Oh, okay.
But it seems to be fine now. Okay.
Thanks.
What's this about errors in channel copy?
Wickerman87 was asking, how does the code recognize warband leaders?
I'm getting errors with channel copy.
Warband leaders are
Getting errors with channel.
initially, like, if you're the creator, you're given the leader. There's every warband has members, and there's just a character ID reference for who's the current leader. And if you reassign leader, we reassign that to a different character that is a member. Or if somebody leaves the warband, like if the leader leaves, the next oldest member by default, or the next oldest member in the highest rank, if you assign like ranks within your warband or battle group or order. Right, so next is target entity ID or entity ID null. Target character ID or character ID invalid. And lastly, target name or string.empty. No, I want lowercase string. Stop trying to be helpful. Omar is asking. Omar is asking about classes. Yeah, I can't really answer that right now. That's a question for Mark on the Friday streams. Yeah, or Ben. Alright, so since I already do this check over here, I'm just going to copy this code. Target ID is cache find one of this character, get a character if character ID is valid. Character not found. Alright, so kick target character ID. Alright, so because the character ID is what we actually want, if a character ID is provided and it's valid, we'll just go with that right away. If it's not, then we'll next go, there's a valid entity ID. This is currently checking the name. We'll check entity ID first. Get character entity if it's valid. So if target entity ID is valid, this can be game client dot get so I'm going to try to get a player, a shard ID with this target entity ID. Out. Player. Got player. Kick target character ID equals player dot get character ID. Hey, how's it going, Sevi? Right now I am making a kick from a warband or battle group work based off of providing either an entity ID, a character ID, or a name of a character in order to kick on the API. That way, based on whatever information, either one of those three information you have, you can kick someone from the group, because different things have access to different information. So this here, though, that's checking for entity ID. Now we check for the name. So if this isn't valid still, we'll check the database for the name, and then finally, if it's not valid, still after checking the name, then we're going to return character not found. And Then here, this checks if you're trying to kick yourself. And kicking yourself is essentially quitting, so that's just instead of going through the kick route, it just reroutes this to be a quit action. Alright, so then here we just are replacing this kick target ID here and here. This is for warbands and battle groups, that's for orders. Run this guy, and then we have to get the generated code again in order to update our library after this runs. So as far as perks of being in a warband, you'll get leaderboard stuff, as well as like essentially tracking stuff on the Herald for your warband as a benefit of the permanent warbands. You're not going to explicitly get any like buffs for working together as part of a warband. That's not currently in any of the plans. Yeah, warbands are very limited compared to orders. We don't want to infringe on orders. They're primarily for leaderboards and kind of keeping a coherent group of friends together. Well, while you're in a warband, there are skills that work just on warband members, yes. So that's running, and so I'll put this up over here. Go host 1337 / Alright, so this is where we get our code gen definitions from, which usually get downloaded into our library. But since I'm running it locally, we usually download it from a running server that's already deployed. So running it locally, I'm just going to copy paste that. Which this is just a TypeScript that gets generated from the server. Takes this function that I wrote here in the API controller, and it creates a TypeScript JavaScript call to make that a request. So put that in the library source, API definitions. And so if I search in here, kick v1, you'll see that what it generates here is this function that makes a XHR request. You'll see it parses the parameters that I added, so you can see that it's like, enter a target entity ID that's, there or null, or a target character ID or null, or a name, which string or null. Should say or null, shouldn't it? Yeah. Oh, just because I didn't do that. Needs to be optional. There we go. No, that's fine. Okay. That's fine. So that's there. So I'm going to build that library. Pop up my panel here. Yarn start build. So that's built. I'll link that over here. Did I type that wrong? CC Games, Camelot Unchained. Camelot Unchained. Yeah, because I don't need the latest. It's not an install. Alright, so install, and then we'll build. The yarn failed. Why did install fail? Does this sometimes. Do fresh yarn install. This is always so much fun. Alright, see you later, Savvy Sky. Thanks for hanging out. Build processes are always the most fun ever. Mm-mm. just watching all the numbers compiling music. Alright, so that worked. There accept hatchery APIs offline. I think it just restarted. But ignore lint hatchery. But I can build now. Probably doesn't help that I have 2 clients running. Doesn't help with the speed.
Starting up a playtest on new auto prep.
What failed? Oh, the Kogen stuff failed because Hatchery API is offline. It's just restarting. Let's make sure. Yeah, it's just restarting. Got an update. Alright, looks up, so now I can run this again. It was done. Except it failed. Expected 8 arguments, but got 6. Because I didn't update. Here. Kick from warband takes either. We're gonna have target entity ID. Target character ID, or target name. That's gonna go here and here and here and here. Yes, this is definitely a single hammer that all Vikings will have to smash down every arty. Yep, don't mind that the hammer is bigger than me by a lot. Alright. So, now that that works, exceeds line length. Yes, no. We'll do that. Now it doesn't exceed the line length. Alright, so probably I'm going to make some functions. So I'll just make this an internal function. And I'm going to make smaller functions. So we're going to export kick from warband by name, which takes just the target name, and will return. It doesn't have to be async. Or it should be. No, it doesn't have to be. Kick from warband, and we'll say null, null, target name, warband ID. Do the same thing for the others. Warband character ID. It just knows. It knows everything. This is JavaScript, which is what our UI is programmed in, because it's like a website. Alright, and here, do kick from warband by entity ID, because that's what I actually have here. Is an entity ID. Well, I also have a name, but we'll do entity ID. It doesn't have to do a database query for the entity ID stuff. Unless, of course, the person is offline. So maybe we will do name. Thank you, Slimy Mikey. So that should be good. Alright, time to compile again. I'm sorry, I left the thing up. I don't know if you didn't see what I was typing. My bad. Slimy Mikey, yes. Beta keys that come with the pledge packages on the store are for beta 3. And Rodolphus was asking, in the beta 1 doc it says if a campaign is public, everybody is accepted. And what happens if the leader gets stuck in a cycle of kicking the same player over and over and over? And private may be used way more out of fear of griefers and dead weight. Right, so one thing I'd like to have on the public campaigns is a blacklist. So even if it's a public, you can blacklist somebody who's a griefer from joining. So public being kind of the default, where you can have an exclusion list on there. So it's like everybody but Slimy Mikey can join. Sorry, Slimy. Open beta is not coming in July. Beta 1, which is a very closed beta, comes in July. What is this error? Member, oh, that's old code. Comment that out. Yeah, the store website doesn't have any way to give out the beta keys yet. As they are for beta 3, that functionality won't become available until closer to beta 3. It just won't be on the store. Thanks, Evil Boy. Yeah, Luke, you can check on the website what pledge package you have if you log into the account page. If you go to our website, you should see an account link on the top of the page. Right. What are we still erroring out on? Client is declared, but its value is never read. Why is social stuff even building? Member. This is just essentially linting errors, but it's TypeScript making up its own linting errors. Alright. Oh yeah, like Indie Sharp is asking what game engine we're using. It's the Unchained engine. It's our one that we built for this game. Almost done building. Building. There we go, done. Okay. Okay. Hello, me. I'm going to kick you. What happened? Failed to kick. Let's see if I have a reason. Kick. Failed to find a character with the name null. Well then. You shouldn't have found a character with the name null because I'm giving you an entity ID. Kick from warband by entity ID. Let's make sure. Kick from warband. And it says entity ID, character ID, target name. Okay. Kick from warband. Target entity ID, character ID, name. Let's see. And it goes entity ID, character, name. Okay, so that's all fine. Let's look on the server. So what I got was this message right here, one message in here. Basically, this character ID was invalid, so I'm going to step through here on the server. Let's send this again. Oop. Kick. Alright. What did I get? I got an entity ID of zeros. That's why. And then target name of null. Why did I not get a good entity ID? My entity ID came in as null. It's called target entity ID. It has a type converter. Oh, I don't think it has what I need. Let's look at character ID. What it needs is a JSON converter, I think. So entity ID just needs a JSON converter. Oh, I got JSON converter, type converter, JSON serializer, type converter. Like the type converter is what should do it. Let's see what the request actually sent. Get rid of that one. The request actually sent up target entity ID equals CCJBWS. That is a name, not an entity ID. Yeah, that's probably true. But so the client is trying to send up my name instead of the entity ID. Did I thought I had it set to ID here. Yep. That's the problem. Okay. Let's get that built again. Get this going again. Get rid of that breakpoint. Okay. It's very dark. Just make it light. This is just a YouTube video that just kind of shows up on my my thing. I can send you the link. There, that just, it's on my like automatic YouTube just picks it for me stuff based on the stuff I listen to. Alright, so I'm gonna reload the UI because I just rebuilt it. Refresh our DevTools. Watch the network tab and kick. Well, kick is pending. Kick has failed. Kick has timed out. But just to make sure, it did send an actual entity ID. And so that sent the right stuff, but it timed out. Let's step through and see where it's breaking. That was this guy. Kick. Go into here. That works. Got a character ID. Character ID is valid. Character ID is not me. Maybe. Yeah. Oh, where'd you go? Did it like die there? Let's see if we can get to here. that was the wrong one. Pull this one off screen. So I'm not even getting to here. Why is this taking forever? Yeah, electro swing is good music for doing things. I'll agree to that. Kick. Kick. So I'm not kicking myself. This is SH trying to kick WS. And then hatchery goes offline. But I can do these calls from the interwebs. Server's been not having a happy day. It is crashing on restart. So it's running fine, but like when it's like restart for an update, it just decides to crash. Which unfortunately requires user intervention right now to fix. When it's back up, I can do it again. I'm gonna restart this guy. And step through exactly where the problem is, find out where a problem is on this. I should probably just run a local group server as well. Kill this. And I'll run a group server as well. And so that call for the kick actually goes to the handler and then calls kick on the provider over here on the group server. Yeah, that was actually the first thing there. Alright. So kick. Haha. That's not gonna work. So my test to see if it was gonna work, definitely not gonna work. But I think I have kick functions. So let's see. Things are definitely coming along, Northwest. Yep. do I need to? Let me look at my provider warband group action. Member action has invite and disband. Do we have kick in here? Warband member action. I'm not sure if kick is actually written right now. Probably not. Alright, fun. So I get to write this from scratch. Thank you, Northwest. So I'm gonna just do it here in the middle. It takes a character ID. Target ID and group ID. Well, so this person's supposed to try to kick. Just gonna get the start set up here. And we'll need async context here. And probably not. Turn someone into a duck if someone other than leader tries to kick. That'd be funny. But quite a bit of work. Alright. So this provider action is kind of the core of how our group server works. First thing up here, I need to determine lock. So I need to. The point of this is to determine what group I want to request a lock for, so that we can concurrently update multiple groups at the same time. But we can only ever update one group at the same time on the entire group server, and so that's what this is for. So all groups are, well, things that you lock in here that get to here are warbands and battle groups, and they're active groups. So we're gonna say if context.state.try get group, group ID out group is false, and the group ID group type equals warband. Right. So this group not found, and group ID. Right, so what this does is from the state that's on this context, try to get the group for the group ID. If it exists, basically is like, does the group exist in the state? You know, then good, we just say success. If it doesn't exist, we do check that if it is a warband, because this function also gets called for permanent warbands, which are not active groups, so they won't be in the active group state. But we handle all warbands here, whether they're permanent or non-permanent warband, permanent or just active warbands. The permanent versions essentially just exist in the database, and they don't have a they're not necessarily active themselves. It's just handled that way. Right, so anyways, I just want to lock this one group because that's what we're trying to kick people from. Alright, so here, this is the update function. This is where we're actually going to do the kick. Alright, so I'm gonna want to get the group again. Which could be active or not active group.
And you just told me it's broken. Yeah, I was in the bush. He just asked me, the thing I just asked for, can you change it so I don't have to do something? Like, great. Next thing I hear from you, it's broken.
Yes, Todd, you're asking about showing off code like this is problematic. Not really. Like, seeing this isn't really going to change much, and if, you know, it's not like people are going to be able to hack the servers just by looking at these small bits. The sensitive stuff that is, we don't show on streams. Right, so I active group. Well, I group. So in case it's a permanent, let's get the I active group. Active group. State. Try get group again. Group ID out. Active group. It's false. This is a permanent warband. Wait, who's that, Law? Is that you? Alright, so this is a permanent warband. So, in order to do this kick, you have to handle this kick through the database. So first things first, if group ID, because I can totally type, dot group type is not equal to warband, then shit fucked up. So we're going to return context dot failed group action error dot group not found, or is it wrong group type? Group not found. We'll go with group not found. Because you should never ever hit this line of code, because we've already checked that up above. But just in case. All right, and then we're going to get it from the database, which is going to be DB brains. Do I have helpers for this? It's been so long. Warband.
Bye, Cheryl.
Group helper. Group methods. Get as. Yeah, I gotta remember how I did this. Group ID and context as state.shard. Alright, so we want to get the warband equals this should technically be get as async. Did a terrible job of naming that. What MJ do? All right. If warband is equal to null, tunneling staff failed. Action error. Group. Is it general database error or group not found again? Probably just group not found. Group ID. And actually when I do these, what I should do is, it's supposed to be return. Alright. So the context, the CTX that you see there, it's just basically an object that has data specific to this function that is, it has a copy of the state with any groups that you want to lock, and whenever you access anything from the state like this try get group state, it keeps a reference of everything that you access while in here and edit. So that when you return from here using this context success or context failed, it will like validate and then do kind of updates at the end. I don't know what that is, Cyberwomble.
I think it'd be really fun to put it all together.
Yeah, I mean, you can look at what it actually is. It's in the groups provider here. The internals, so this, the update action context, it's this object right here. So it has a ref track group state. You can use, it has two methods to schedule completions, which are things that basically just functions that you'll be able to run after the update is, if the update was successful. Just two different helper functions for doing success codes and failed codes. I don't know how to enter code on Twitch chat. Yeah, but I can see it in here. It's just the my other chat viewer. So if I open up the actual Twitch chat, I see it and it works fine for code. But yeah. Anyway, so that's how that what that context is. Where was I typing this stuff? In member actions. Yeah. So my get as it does do a null check, but what it doesn't do is it doesn't return. So if you look at my get as here, if it is null or it throws an exception, and it'll return default here, but
Oh yeah, you just gotta unset it if you did a copy of it.
Yeah, it just uses hatching exception when it creates the panel, so
yeah, it doesn't have a null check in it. I noticed.
When you have the keys to the castle, yeah.
It does not null check it, but the only, I mean, what it would do here if it null checked it was like I'd have to do like a try get as pretty much. Technically, it should be named get as async. I don't want to rename that right now. Tennis is asking, any plans for our friendly enemy warband elements to display the compass direction in addition to their meters away? No. I don't have plans for that right now. We only show the meters away right now as a debugging thing for development, and it is not a thing that's planned for launch to stay. But you know, who knows what goes on during beta? Like, things can change. Just as far as the current plans. Now, group member positions showing on a compass or something as a relative direction to you, that is something that, you know, I would like to do. If you can get like a, essentially when you, in their updates, if we get a direction from you or something. So that can help with that. Right, so, blah blah blah. If I didn't get the warband, it failed, and then I'm going to do can member perform action, and this is going to be the requester. Can he kick? This is going to be. Why is the permission required? Warband dot. Why are the permissions a string? I forgot about that. I did that. It's not super helpful. So it's gonna be group permissions. I need to change this. Group permissions kick. Group permissions. Dot. Boop. Is my voice volume pretty low? Or am I just talking quiet now? Is it better now? Is that good? Music down a little bit. There we go. We'll turn it down just a little bit, and that should be good. All right, anyways. So missions.kick. Before I do that, we need to check warband that is character a member. Crystal ID. I get?
I believe what happened was, I deleted the contents of the string,
Yeah, there we go.
not set it to none. So I tried to deserialize
Requester.
an empty string
That
into
member.
a named enumeration.
Target.
It threw a crash.
Oh, you didn't set it to null, you set it to empty string.
Because it is a string field.
But null isn't an empty string, but an empty string is an empty string.
Well, null is also not helpful. It either needs to be not present or a serializable value.
Alright, so if you are the requester is not in a group, then permission denied.
Probably not.
If the target member target ID out. The time here is 5:43 p.m. You can see in the top right of my screen, actually. Oh, the way up there. All right. Out target. Go false. So does this work with? Because I think I should be able to take this stuff out of here and do this down here. Right.
Well, I can't shit in the pool if I make the pool go away, right? Did you throw it in your exploder?
Target equals to false. Character is not found.
Went ahead, 6,000 behind.
This is not a member, maybe. Yeah, there we go. Character not found. And hey, how's it going, Failboat? Well, that's C#7. I think we're using C#6 because we're using Visual Studio 2015 still, unfortunately. We haven't upgraded yet. So yes, I cannot inline my out parameters yet, unfortunately. Group.get rank level for target.rank. Failed. Permission denied. Yeah, that's probably true for a lot of people, honestly, that watch that. Alright, So if you can perform the action, so if quit is false, so you can't, then permission is denied. If you can, then you can kick. So then I should be able to just do dot remove member target and new kicked. So we'll create an action to say what happens. So we're going to say the group is group, member is requester, target no on behalf of. So that's it. Just to make sure we save, I can provider here.
Yeah, I was just trying to see if I could find it.
Right, so this is where a completion is useful, because here, not that one, and this one, for this case, we're definitely going to want to schedule as completion. Schedule completion for warband group dot save sync ignore. Yep. Have a good night, Ferdurian. Thanks for hanging out. Yeah, so this completion will save the group here, definitely if it's a permanent group, because that needs to be saved. The fact that I'm getting a group here in this active group is automatically saved, you know, if it's used in the provider. So I think this works. So just double checking. Get the group and get the members. Can member kick. Just remove. I think that's it. And then on the kick action, we say member removed. Remove member from groups. So that's good. And then lastly, on the provider up here, I need to call that function and just say return await provider update action async shard member action actions dot kick requester ID, target ID, group ID.
They made it accepted.
Okay, so that's there. Hey, how's it going, Mehmet Phils? You're asking about that. So the update, right, that we have here, this is just a named parameter. So this update part, provider action here, you can see the constructor I'm using. So it's got terminlocks, update, and onCompleted functions. And so I'm just using named functions because when it's just for easier for other developers when they're reading it, when you just have like multiple functions being passed in here, to know what that one actually is supposed to be doing. So just like, it's just kind of a label. Doop, 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 doop. So the terminlocks and the update are just labels. Now, technically, with these, you also have the ability to rearrange. So if I take this update, I can put it up here, and then it'll still work. So I can rearrange my parameters if you name them. All right. So that's provider, and then I'll run this. Actually, no, I need to run this after the server API server. Get the API server function call for kick. Needs to call provider.kick, so that's good. So try call async of provider kick, which is all good. Which then calls the provider kick method over the internets. Yep, so this might work. So I'll test that. Start up the API server. I need to make sure I'm set to use a local group server here. Nope. True. I'm gonna restart that guy. Hatchery's not online while we're doing this. Let's make sure Hatchery gets back online. Hey Tim, did you take down the server patcher again? The game server is sitting on connecting to the patch server.
Looks like it crashed for some reason.
Oh, great.
That's the game.
Great. Those are just fake build errors because my two projects share dependencies and they override each other if they're both building at the same time or one's running. So yes, our server patch server has died, so that means we won't be able to get into Hatchery to test this for a while. But I can do these tests not in the game, so I'll test them just using Postman. Yes, that's not a real build error. So group server is online and API server is online with no game servers. That's fine. What I can do, whoa, that's big. Pulling things over from the 4K monitor. Yeah, no vacuum backpack today. Right, so we'll go to local, and first things first, we're going to create a warband. Async operation is timed out. No, don't worry. Ben is still wearing a jacket, even though it is very warm in here. I know you were concerned. Alright, so we should be connected and create a warband. Go. There we go. Alright. Alright, so the warband was created. So here's the warband ID. Next thing we're going to do is going to invite my other character CCJBSH by name. Invited. And I'm going to join. that group ID and this invite code. And that's the right character ID, and then join. Request invalid. If parameters contains a null entry for group ID, non-null will type group ID. I don't believe you. Because this is the group ID. There we go. I've joined. Now, I need to kick. So I'm going to create a new request. Yeah, Rob's still here. Alright, so kick. Take shard ID, character ID, group ID, and target entity ID. And target character ID equals. So I know the character ID. We'll do target name. Target character ID equals null. And target name equals name and group ID, and we don't need invite code. And just make sure that this matches up.
We'll need to do a once we get all this shit in.
So target entity, target character ID, target name, those all match. So there we go. So this is the kick. And the group ID, I need to get the correct group ID, which is this. Group ID. There we go. Let's save this real quick. And then, hello. How's it going, Strike? Send. Alright, here we go. We're trying to kick. We got an entity ID of zeros, a character ID of zeros, and a target name of CSCJBSH. Now let's get all the way down here. We have a valid character ID, so that's good. Now let's get down to where we make the call to the group server. There we go. And let's get the result back from the group server. Result is okay. Continue. It worked. Now let's double check it worked. It's reporting that it worked. So the kick says okay. It says CCJBWS has been kicked. I got an action event of kicked. But it says taken by name, so it says CCJBWS. You know, that's right. WS kicked the SH. Because this is the member and then the target member. Yep, but these members I shouldn't be sending off back over the wire. I have to take those out. Because all I want is this information. Which I could probably get rid of these IDs, actually. Anyway. Anyway, it looks like it worked. So I was kicked. Group action success. So that means I should be able to invite myself again. So let me send the invite again, because the invite would fail if I'm in the group. No action required. Whatever you're trying to do has already been done. So it wasn't actually kicked. At least it doesn't think I was kicked, probably. Let's look in the code. Excuse me. So we're going to look at the invite. Well, the group status should updates automatically. That it could have not updated, but it is supposed to update automatically, which is what I'm checking now. So the easiest way to check that right now is to go to the invite. Since I get in here and I can see the current state in here. So when I try to invite again, send. Right, so my state, I have one active group. And has 0 former members and 2 members. So it still thinks I'm a member. So you can see the value here. This is CSCJBSH. Should introduce you to the man with no screen name there, Slimy Mikey. You guys would get along very well. So the kick didn't actually work. Do. This is kick. So this remove member function, group members remove, parteds now, for members add. So why didn't that work? Let's look through the kick again. I'll step through that. I'll run kick again. Kick. Send. Why are we timing out here, kick? Oh, because I'm paused. There we go. Let's do this again. All right, now we're unpaused. Send. All right, so we got here. Remove member. Target member. Make sure we got the right member. This is me. CSCJBSH. We'll go inside here. Group.members.remove. So now my members are 1. And the 1 is the correct member. WS. Add member.parted. So we set parted on the date on the member. And we add it to former members, which there's a count of 1. So that's good. So now we go here. And that gives that. And then action result is OK. Should invalidate state. So I should hit inside here. I mean, I definitely hit there, but let's see. So that's, I do have a reference of the warband that was updated, and you see it has 1 member, and it has 1 former member, and continue. Ooh, that's not good. Why is that? My old group is 2, and my updated group, they definitely don't equal. Groups to lock contains. Why is my groups to lock empty? Oh, I know why. I know why. we'll do this. It's doing what it's supposed to do, as in not save it, because I didn't actually request to lock that group, or I should have. So in the member action, determine locks, right? What I need to do here is I need to say context.request lock group for the group ID. And then I can actually make changes to it. So it's actually doing what it's supposed to. Because I didn't request the lock, any of these changes I did in the update function didn't do anything at all. Alright. Yes, you do see your own health bars in the warband. That's correct. And yes, we're going with 8 as the starting size. And it's going to show 8 including you. And yes, the game is going to really track players who are no longer part of the warband. Yes, we keep track of everyone who used to be in your warband. Because that allows me to do things like, I think it was in our group's beta 1 doc that I talked about, when we talked about the friends list, and there was the contacts list thing where there's going to be like suggested friends. So like you'll be able to find, like, get information about people you used to be in a group with, or people that like have some kind of relationship to you. So like, you know, potential friends, like you want to be like, yo, I grouped with some dude like 2 days ago, and I don't remember who they were. They were really good. You'll be able to just like look through your history and be like, oh, okay, there's this guy. And then you'll be able to add him as a friend. Right, so this is connected. You don't have a relationship with them. It just keeps a record of that you've interacted with them, so that you can find them again if you want. It's not like they get any special privileges. They're just shown in there as a potential suggested friend thing that we want to do. Right, so anyway. Not really any gameplay videos yet, Nash fan. Everything's still under NDA. Though we do sometimes stream some in-game client stuff here on our streams. Right, so I'm gonna do this again. Going to invite to create, because the active warbands. Yeah, why are we timing out again? Oh, because the console's frozen. Yeah, here we go. There we go. All right. All right, so created a new group, and the group ID is here, and I'm going to invite to my group my other character. There we go. Let's invite one out, and I'm going to accept the invite. I need to get the invite code. Invite accepted, and I'm joined. Okay, now I'm going to try to kick. So if I kick, let's make sure this all works. What I should get on the API server, let's close that stuff. So we're going to say group provider, group handler. All right, so this is in here. We'll check the state that comes in. So after I make a change, I should get a new state update from the group server. So, kick. Failed to find a group with... Oh, did I not update the ID? Group ID. Yeah, I didn't update the group ID. Kick. Group ID. Send. Alright, there we go. New state. I have one active group, as it should be. That is a warband, and the warband has one member, and it has... The one member is CCJBWS, which is correct because SH got kicked. And I should have a one former member, yep, of SH. Okay, so that worked. And continue. And this is going to say timed out over here or whatever, because it took too long. And yes, Tennis, there will be a command to transfer leadership. There's scrolling up chat real quick. Yeah, so let's see. Scrolling up questions. Yeah, as far as the tennis, you can definitely change leaders. Can't invite you right now, Sacrix. I think Hatchery's offline, unless it's back online, then I can. Z Spectre, you're asking how hard is it to get into this job and learn all this stuff? It's not like trivial work to learn. You know, learning programming is a lot of work and takes you know, a few years and time, but it's definitely worth it. Pro tip for the UI: make sure make leader and kick is not right next to each other. Yes, that is very wise, Strike. That you don't accidentally make leader when you mean to kick. Tennis, yeah, no, that's definitely intentional that you see your own health bar in your party. We may make it like my own, like I like to just hide it, but it'll be something that'll be optional, so that you can disable not showing it twice. It's just by the default, that's the way it works. I mean, few years, yeah. I mean, really, like I went to school at Full Sail, which was just under 2 years of learning programming there, and then got a job here about a year after that. But you know, I had been doing some programming before that, but not specific. I haven't done C++ before I went to Full Sail. I was just doing web stuff. Right. Anyway, let's see if Hatchery is working again. Nope. Double check the server. Patch server still offline. Yep. It is working on starting up, and somebody else is watching it. And I stole the thing server from them. Okay. So I can invite Sacrix if you want, if I know your name. But only on here. Right, so invites. Alright, so the vacuum's gone. No, we don't have any servers open for alpha right now. We only have New Auto Prep open for IT. And Hatchery, you know, is usually always open for IT, but it's just kind of offline right now because of our server patch server issues. Yeah, like Nash said, you don't have to go to college to get a job in programming either. You know, a lot of our programming team here didn't go to college. AJ over here came to us almost straight out of high school. Oh, they're asking about getting into programming and stuff. AJ's like, what, a year out of high school when he came here?
It was 2 years.
2 years. Yeah. IT is internal testing. It's a backer level that they help test a lot of stuff for us on the servers. Alright, so I joined. Make sure the kick response is correct. Good. The youngest person here is definitely AJ. Well, no. We have an intern.
How old is he?
What?
Same age.
You're probably the same age. I don't know. But he's not here right now. But yeah, so kick works. I mean, as far as the in-game testing requirement of it, it's really just the UI making the call. But as far as the calls actually working, they work through Postman here. So that's good. And I think that is a good spot to end it, where it works. And I kind of wish I could show them working all the way through to the client, but I don't think that we'll have the server online for another 10-15 minutes or so, because the server patch server takes a while to restart. And based on the reconnect attempts, it's only been down for like, what, 15 minutes or so? Usually takes like 30. So yeah, this works. Thanks for hanging out. And remember, we have a Discord if you want to talk or chat about this game at all. We'll be on there. Alright, so see you later.